One of these methods is to use an acronym based on commonly used terms and phrases. For instance, perhaps your instructor often says something like process of elimination. You don't have to write that down every time. Go ahead and make a decision such as POE will always represent this phrase, and then just use it. Another way to use the first letter is even when you just have a commonly repeated word. Perhaps psychology is often used. Turn that into a capital P. This can also be used with characters, philosophers, actors, whoever it may be that you're learning about in your class. So for instance, S could be Socrates, AL could be Abraham Lincoln. It really just depends on your content. Another option is to simply shorten the word by perhaps using the initial part of the word or some portion thereof. In this instance, the word university or universe or universal could be shortened to univ, but what you can trust in is the fact that your context is going to clarify the meaning. So it's okay just to chop off a couple of those syllables to have a shortened version. And another option here is to remove or reduce the vowels. And so take a look at that and see, would you have been able to discern that? Most likely you could, particularly as you get in this habit. If you get rid of the vowels, most of that essence of the word is retained, and so this is a great way to quicken up your pace. You can also consider using symbols. Symbols capture a word but without verbal content. Plus could signify and, equal, sign could be equals, of course, but it could also be is equivalent to, or this gives us the definition. The arrow could mean leads to. Change is represented with the Greek letter delta, which looks like a triangle. A question could represent something that might show up on your test as a question, or even a question that you don't get that you want to go to later on. Similar to the blank space there, you want to underline something or leave a gap when you missed a word, and then you don't have to worry about it. You can go back in and fill it in later. And then the exclamation point is useful for something that might have been surprising to you, something that seems really important, and you get to determine what these symbols mean, but if you use them consistently, they're a great way to emphasize what's most important or unique relationships among ideas. So this gives you an idea of the types of abbreviations you can use. You're by no means limited to this. Go ahead, be creative, and see how much time you can save.